What's up guys, my name's Tom, welcome back to another video, and here for my F1 2019 career mode, back with the series with episode 28, and today is time for the Monaco Grand Prix, one of the jewels of the calendar, and I want to apologize for the lack of videos, but what matters is that we are back. But unfortunately an aero upgrade failed, but we had one ready that is going to be the reliability side of things, and we're going to fix this one and it's going to be ready for the next race that is going to be the Canadian Grand Prix. But yeah, once again I just want to apologize. I'm going to try to come back to the normal format of this channel, that is the career mode, weekly career mode, and let's see what I can do, because now things are a little bit different when it comes to routine because of the coronavirus. I don't have university, I'm having classes at home, and I had to reform my schedule to make videos because now things are a bit different. But now talking about the performance chat and of the career mode, that's what you guys want to hear. We remain to be the best car, but Mercedes gained a little bit on us, but that doesn't matter if we are the best car, because things are really close. This grid is getting close, and McLaren that jumped Racing Point, and now they are very close to Mercedes and of us. So this grid is getting closer and closer, and here we are in practice, and you guys are noticing something a little bit different on the car, and you saw on the thumbnail we have a special livery for Monaco, because I absolutely love Monaco. I struggle sometimes here, but trust me, I love this track, and I decided, okay, let's be different, let's try to bring a different livery, you know. So we have a white and gold. I chose the gold because it's Monaco, it's glamour, and I think that suits pretty well. And let me know in the comments what you think of this skin. I'm going just to use this in this episode on Monaco, and yeah, I hope you guys like it. It's the skin that we're going to use on this episode, then we come back to the normal one once we get to Canada. But now it's time to go on qualifying, and let's see what we can do around the streets of Monaco, where qualifying means absolutely everything, because if you get pole position you basically can drive during the race like a grandma, and you can still win the race. So it's time for qualifying of the Monaco Grand Prix.
We're here at the magical Circuit de Monaco for one of the most challenging qualifying sessions on the Formula One calendar. Who can add their name to the illustrious list of Monte Carlo pole sitters here today? It always looked like the kind of track that asks an awful lot of the rear tyres, such as the frequency of low-speed exits.
No matter how good a driver is at managing their throttle application to limit rear slip, they can't always overcome a car that's inherently bad at looking after its rear tyres. Here we have a lot of low-speed corner exits, which means a whole load of energy, heat and tyre wear.
Here we are in Q1. It's not going to be much of a problem, it's just a formality, but here we are going through Mirabeau. That is really easy to lock up. Actually, we didn't lock up that much, so that was pretty impressive. Through the low Zeppen, and yeah, like I said, the Q1 is just a formality. Going purple on the second sector, Charles Leclerc with a provisional pole time, not pole time, with the fastest time at the moment, but we're going to cross the line, and it is P2 ahead of Max Verstappen and Devon Butler, and definitely it is enough to get us through into Q3 very comfortably. The top four separated by less than a tenth of a second. So can we see a very close qualifying? We'll see. But now in Q2 I thought qualifying on the medium tires, but that would be too risky once we get to the race. Imagine, because we could lose some positions on the start due to the lack of grip against the soft tires. So I decided I'm going with the soft tires. But as you can see, we crossed the line and we are just P11, so a little bit worrying. So, and I gotta say that in that lap there was some time left on the tail. I made some mistakes, so that's the reason that we are in P11. So just to see how close the grid is, because you make 1-2 mistakes and you're already at risk to not go to the top 10 shootouts. But we are doing I think enough to get us through into Q2 by going 3 tenths up through Raskas. Lock up a little bit. It's very easy to lock up around this circuit. It was an absolute hell when I was racing here for the first time without ABS, but across the line, almost grazing the wall to do the less meters as we can, and it is P3 with Hamilton in front, and is enough to get us through to the top 10 shootout, and Verstappen only just gets to the top 10 shootout. That was really close with Verstappen, and yeah, we have the 2 Red Bulls at Monaco, which is a track that the Red Bull likes, because yeah, you know, it's Monaco, it requires a lot of downforce. And we're going for this weekend with a very worn ICUE. It's going to be the last race for that component, the first ICUE. But here we are doing our first lap in Q3, going through to back, one of my favorite corners. This is my favorite part of the track, that is the swimming pool session. You can really throw the car, but we touch the wall and we lose a bit of our front wing, but we're going to carry on this lap because I think it's very, very decent. So we're doing the last quarter of the lap without a bit of a front wing, and we're going to cross the line, and it is P2 at the moment for the Monaco Grand Prix by going purple on the last sector, despite with the damaged front wing. And now Verstappen took the provisional pole position, but that was really, really interesting to see, to say the least, because we actually did a decent time, but then we fast forward and we're down into P6, so we have some work to do. There's some time left on the table, so joining me on this lap through the first corner, a little bit of understeer, but we managed to correct that and carry on as we go up and through this long left hand and then switch to right hand. I struggle a little bit against the AI and through the first sector. I believe everyone does. And through Mirabeau now, very easy to lock up. We didn't lock up, so that's what we want. And now through the slowest corner of the F1 calendar, the low zap and very low speed, and we carry on through the second half of the lap, I can say, through 48, very clean, very tidy. And now we go to the tunnel session, one of the most amazing parts of the track when it comes to filming. And now we're going to one of the zones that is very hard to get the braking right, the Novo chicane. We actually did a good turn, and we switched momentarily to first gear to get a better rotation through to back, and we had a little bit of understeer. We grazed the wall, but no damage, that's all. And now we graze once again the wall as we go purple on the second sector, so I'm giving absolutely everything in this second lap of this top 10 shootout. And now one corner left, and we missed the apex, but we're improving by 0.4 of a second, open the DRS, and we're going to cross the line, and it is pole position, ladies and gentlemen, for the Monaco Grand Prix. Oh wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that, because we have a very worn ICE, despite being a circuit that doesn't require much straight line speed. That was very, very impressive to see, but we're doing another lap and we made a mistake. Oh man, I hate doing this. We did this last season. We did this mistake last season. If you watch the episode of season 1, I did this mistake, tapped the rear tire on the wall of the Novo chicane. That's awful to see. I think it's a mistake that no one does to. It's a stupid mistake, and we're seeing Hamilton's POV, and it didn't affect much of his lap. And at the end of the day, it is P2. Verstappen gets pole after going to the top 10 shootout, very close to be, you know, knocked out of Q2. But he's a Red Bull 1-2, and that's really good. And Devon Butler and Lucas Weber behind me, my two F2 rivals. So can we get a tasty Grand Prix? It's going to be very hard to when it comes to the race, because this power unit is very, very worn out. But it's going to be the last race of the internal combustion engine. So I just want to get rid of him. And Monaco, I think, is the best place, because I can drive like a grandma and still finish in second place. But I'm going to do everything to challenge Verstappen, because I want to win this race. It's the Monaco Grand Prix. Who doesn't want to win the Monaco Grand Prix? So let's see what we can do, because now it's time for the Monaco Grand Prix, one of the jewels of the F1 calendar.
A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars climb around 40 metres up through Beau Rivage, onto the casino, and then descending down towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners here, 7 to the left and 11 to the right. There's one single DRS zone as well, so don't expect that to make overtaking any easier today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. And Thomas completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Butler, Weber, Daniel Ricciardo and Hamilton, Norris, Leclerc, Bottas and Sebastian Vettel, Gasly, Raikkonen, Daniel Kvyat and Magnussen, Giovinazzi, Russell, Nico Hülkenberg and Robert Kubica. Stroll and Romain Grosjean sits at the back of the grid, and with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, don't try anything silly into one. It's going to be crazy in there. Just do your best to stay out of trouble.
Thanks Jeffrey, and welcome guys to the Monaco Grand Prix. Make sure to smash like and subscribe channel if new to see plenty more Formula 1 content. It really motivates me to make more, and strategy wise it's going to be a soft medium strategy, and that's what we're going. This race is a one-stop, very easy to do at Monaco. And let's see what we can do. Hopefully the AI doesn't that stupid mistake by doing 2 stops and then we win the race very easily. I hope not, but we're getting ready to the formation lap, and it's a very, very gloomy day at the streets of the Principality with the lights on, so it's kind of night. I don't know, it's very close to night seems, but it's like 1 PM at Monaco despite this very gloomy day. But the strategies today are a little bit different. As you can see, some guys on the softs, on the medium, and even the hard tires, that is the last thing that you want to fit on the Monaco Grand Prix. So it's going to be very interesting to see what these guys are going to do. It's time for the Monaco Grand Prix. 5 red lights and it's lights out, and away we go. And Verstappen gets a good getaway. I can't say that for me. And Devon Butler tried to go around the outside, but we managed to get a better traction. And I hold on this Red Bull 1-2 of this Monaco Grand Prix. Max Verstappen is starting to waltz away, so maybe it's going to be a damage limitation race, because I'm struggling a lot. As you can see, I'm forming a train already. It's lap 1. I know I can't say that, but Verstappen, as you can see, is starting to pull away, so I'm going to struggle maybe a little bit as we go through the first time through the low Zeppen, with followed by me, Butler and Ricciardo, and then Lucas Weber that lost a position, and everyone is bunched up, but no one is trying to make moves because that would be silly. The low Zeppen, I think, is the hardest corner to make a move, because that's going to be a guaranteed contact. But at the moment, look at the distance that Verstappen has at the moment. He's broke already the DRS window. Butler tries something, but we managed to block the Alfa Romeo, and we remain in P2. But as you can see, I'm struggling a lot when it comes to the engine. Butler gains so much on the straights, so it's going to be quite a task to get him behind. So I can't drive like a grandma at the moment, because I'm losing so much time on the straights. Look how far Butler is, and now look how much he's gaining, and he's going to dive down on the inside. We're going to leave so much room, but he touches. Devon Butler touches like in Formula 2, and I believe he has front wing damage, so we're going to watch the replay as the video is fading away. We're watching first my POV, the TV camera, the replay camera, and as you can see, Devon Butler turning to the wall, I believe. So we're going to watch now his POV, and I left so much space, but Butler turned so early that he hit the wall. And I believe he lost the 2 end plays, one from hitting Tiamco and another one for hitting me. So as you can see, he turned so early the car, and when I was racing, I thought that was my mistake, that I didn't leave enough space. But you're going to see that now he's turning, and look how much space that I gave him. So that's clearly 100% his fault. And that's Butler's race pretty much ruined. I don't know, but now he's going to pit. You're going to see the replay, but we're seeing the Ricciardo's POV. He couldn't manage to pass Butler, but there he is. He's pitting for the front wing change, and now this could be not bad at all for Butler, because now he's on clear air. He's in last place, yes, but now he can push on. He's going to fit the hard tires. He's the best option at this moment. He fits the hard ones, and he can go in on the clear air, and he can't lose that much time with the cars that are behind me. So this is not the end of the world for Butler. Keep an eye on him of the course of these next 32 laps, 31 laps. And here we are on lap 7. We keep to press on, and look at the distance that Verstappen has already. We are here, and he is already on the swimming pool session. But now we have a virtual safety car, as you can see, and someone is out of the race. And I'm going to, and I decided that I'm going to pit on this lap and fit the medium tires already, because we are in the virtual safety car. We have nothing to lose. And I believe this is the best option, because at the moment we can't do anything. We're not going to win this race probably, because Verstappen has already a big gap. He has the better pace. We have to accept that. This car is falling apart when it comes to the power unit, and here we are. We're going to dress a brand new set of medium tires, and we go into the under Grand Prix. So I'm not happy with this Grand Prix, I'm gonna be honest, but like I said, it's going to be a damage limitation. We have green flag, so this virtual safety car is not going to play on our favor. But these tires were absolutely destroyed as well. You had to see the tire wear. It was like on 60-70%. and I couldn't take it anymore. I decided, okay, I'm going to pit for the medium tires. Then there is Devon Butler, that we are in P19, and there he is at the back of the field, Butler with some work to do, but I believe that he's going to come back and get still a pretty decent position. But still, now we're going to the funny part of the race, as we're going on the inside of Braskas on Roman Grosjean on the Haas, and that is P17, ladies and gentlemen, with a beautiful overtake on the Frenchman. That is not quite racing at home, but it's quite close to France, you know. But there is the move, very, very clean. We made, I think, a little bit of contact with the side pod, but it's Raskat, an overtake at Raskat. It's very easy, very hard to make an overtake without contact. Now, Lance Stroll next to him on the inside through the Novo chicane. He locks up, so do I, but we're going to sail past around the outside, and these guys have absolutely no chance to, you know, defend me. And now we're going on the inside of Kubica, that is so slow on the hard tires on the Williams, and we're going to on the inside now on the Novo chicane. We forced the move by grazing his side pod, and that was a beautiful battle by going side by side in the part of the track where in real life is not very common to see. But what a move that we're making in these guys. Who said you can't overtake at Monaco, right? This is being my favorite part of the race, because we're making these moves. Yeah, they are slower guys, slower cars, slower tires, you know, slower everything, but you feel like an absolute superhero. And as the leader, Max Verstappen pitted, and now these guys are pitting as well. Lando Norris, Daniel Ricciardo fitting the medium tires and saying goodbye to the soft tires. Raikkonen as well. And yeah, these guys that are starting on the softs is pretty much the strategy. You can't play that much with the strategy when you're starting on the soft. But there he is, Devon Butler, as you can see. I think you saw an Alfa Romeo, and Butler is past all these guys. So like I said, it's not the end of the world for Butler, but now he has a bit of work, because these guys are on the mediums and he's on the hard tires, and those hard tires are a little bit wear out, not that much, but those guys are clearly faster than Butler. As we go round the outside of Nico Hulkenberg through turn 1, I had to take a little bit of evasive action because he hit the curb and got a bit of understeer. If he hadn't taken that action, probably I would lose a bit of our front wing. And now we chase down this pack with Giovinazzi and Magnussen, and Magnussen, I believe, has a bit of damage, as you're going to see. But first we're going to sail, we're going to send, I should say, on the inside of Giovinazzi, and we are already into P12. And now next to him it is Kevin Magnussen on the racing point, and you're going to see on the left hand side that one of the end plates is missing, so Magnussen at the moment is limping. And we sail past him around the outside through turn 1, through Sandevot, I think he's Sandevot. I'm really bad with corner names. And there he is, the man himself, Max Verstappen, into P4. Now at the moment who's leading the race is the Toro Rosso of Pierre Gasly, because he's the first one that started on the medium tires, followed by the Haas of Daniel Kvyat. And that is really, the Haas is a slower car, and Verstappen doesn't want to lose time behind the Haas. And there he goes, Maxi, on the inside through the Novo chicane, now the outside, and he makes an absolutely amazing move. That man is absolutely on fire at the streets of Monaco in this afternoon race. And now is our time to try to get past Kvyat. We have to get past him because we gained some time on Verstappen because he was stuck on traffic. We went purple on the third sector, and now there he is. We are at the DRS. He doesn't have DRS anymore because of Verstappen, and we're going to say on the inside, sent on the inside, but we were a little bit tempting, and we touch Kvyat as we go side by side, and he really swiped us across. So Kvyat being very aggressive, not just on real life but in the game, and we have to wait. And here we are on lap 17, and I can't do absolutely anything because now I lost all the momentum. I have to recompose myself and try to make the move on Kvyat, so it's taking a little bit longer than I was expecting. And now Verstappen is behind Gasly, stuck on Gasly, and me and Kvyat are gaining on these guys because Verstappen is stuck on his dirty air. And here we are now, lap 18. Can I make the move on Kvyat? He's being quite of an issue because he's being very, you know, bad to the tires, but we're going to send on the inside. And goodbye Kvyat. I hope not to see in this rest of the race. But there is a race, it was a provisional race leader, Pierre Gasly. He's going to fit the hard tires, as you can see, and that was a bit off to see because he's not going to fit the soft tires. He could have stayed a little bit longer, and then he could have fit the soft tires, you know. So that was, you know, if I was him, I would fit the red stripe tire. But now this is the 2 racing points, and they made contact, the 2 racing points of Daniel Ricciardo and Kevin Magnussen that is still with the wing damage, but Ricciardo managed to get past him, but he has damage. He's missing one of these end plates, the right one, I believe, and I believe that I think that Magnussen has more damage than him. I think 2 of his end plates are missing, and now he's pitting, and he's fitting the soft tires, and he's going till the end of the Grand Prix in that compound, but behind him the train was so big that now he's going to be in last place probably, and way behind these guys because he changed the front wing. He lost more time, so that's pretty much done for Magnussen. So not a very good day at the streets of the Principality. But now we are pitting, as you can see, and you asking why the hell am I pitting for soft tires? Because we have a safe gap against Ricciardo in P3, and I'm fitting these soft tires to try to set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, because now we are in the latest stages, the car is light, and I think this is the best decision to try to get an extra point. And here we are getting out of the pits, and yeah, we're going to try to set the fastest lap. I tried to do on the medium tires, but they were too worn out, and I decided, okay, I have a safe gap, I can do the fastest lap very easily, I can do the pit stop very easily, and I believe we're going to get the fastest lap because we went fastest on the first sector. No, I can't say that for the second sector through the last corner, odd lap mode, and we are critical on the fuel, but now don't worry. But bang, fast lap of 112.3, and now we have to save fuel, and that is going to be pretty much it for this Monaco Grand Prix. Everything is packed up. No, not quite, because Daniel Ricciardo is out of the race, as you can see, and now Gasly is in P3, and this is going to be probably a podium for the, and oh, there he is. I'm going to talk about the podium, but there is Ricciardo. It's up the wall, and I believe he had an engine failure at the same time, or it has special damage if you want to be realistic. But now Ricciardo is bunching up everyone. This is a little bit dangerous, as you can see, and I can't believe that everyone got past him without getting damage. So that was really lucky. But as I was going to say, it's going to be a podium for the Red Bull, because 2 Red Bulls, P1, P2 for me, Verstappen respectively, and in P3 is a Toro Rosso of Pierre Gasly. So okay, that this never happened to me in my F1 career mode, and that is amazing to see. A Red Bull podium never happened in real life, but there he is on the game on my F1 career mode, a full Red Bull podium at a Monaco Grand Prix. Verstappen wins by an absolute mile. It was the drive of the day for me. I couldn't challenge him. I have to accept that it was faster. My car was falling apart when it comes to the power unit, but let's see if we can come back to stronger to Canada. But it is P2, a very solid result, and we remain the lead of the championship.
Great drive. We're really happy with that performance.
Red Bull pulling out all the stops today. What a great win. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
In overall, I think it was a very positive day for us. I think we did what we could do, what we had with the car, and look at that, Red Bull, Toro Rosso. It can't get any better, right? The best weekend for Red Bull that Red Bull can have in his F1 history, and there is confirmation that we remain in the lead of the championship with 10 points ahead of Max Verstappen, followed by Lucas Weber. That was not a very good weekend for him, but what matters is that we are still in the lead of the championship, and Red Bull as well in the constructors, and Toro Rosso that got past Mercedes that didn't have a very positive weekend. But guys, that has been the episode of my F1 2019 career mode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and rivalry drawn between me and Verstappen Verstappen, so just to see how things are really close. But I didn't have quite a direct battle with Verstappen, like side-by-side action for a few laps, and that didn't happen for now, so who knows, maybe in the next race that can happen. But we're going to buy another tire wear upgrade, and it should be ready for the next race, that is the Canadian Grand Prix, because I'm struggling a little bit with tire wear still at this stage, which is a bit worrying, so I'm investing a little bit on tire wear. But in these next episodes I'm thinking to invest in the engine. And talking about the engine, the first internal combustion engine is going out to the garbage, and we're going to fix the second one, and because yeah, it's Canada and it requires a lot of straight line speed. But like I said, things are really going on our way, leading the championship, a very close battle with Verstappen, but I hope to get even more closer, to get a bit more exciting in my series, the season 2 of my F1 2019 career mode. So guys, like I said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to smash like and subscribe if you need to see plenty more Formula 1 content and more of my career mode videos. I know that I lost the momentum. I don't post the career mode video for quite a while. The last episode, I believe it was 1 week ago, so I want to apologize to you guys. I'm going to try to be more consistent, but now for me is everything. My name's Tom, and I'll see you guys for a brand new video next time, but for now, it's goodbye.